Good evening. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM. If somebody asked you to name a popular classic English writer, you might say Shakespeare or Charles Dickens. Martin Amis might get a vote from some of my friends, though he's certainly more modern. But for many, the first person who comes to mind is Jane Austen. The 6 novels she wrote were popular when published in the early 1800s, but they are far more widely read now, with dozens of translations and countless adaptations, spin-offs, prequels, and sequels that have been made for the stage, television, and the big screen only within the last few decades. Tonight, we are celebrating Jane Austen's 250th birthday, which technically would have been yesterday, sorry, with a lineup of 4 critically praised films based on her limited but enduring body of work. Our primetime lineup features films made during the Austenaissance. We're still workshopping that name. That's the period in the mid-1990s when movie adaptations of Jane Austen's books were ubiquitous and making noise at the box office and in television ratings. We begin with a romantic comedy written and directed by Douglas McGrath, a former Saturday Night Live writer and an Oscar nominee for co-writing Bullets Over Broadway with Woody Allen. From 1996, Gwyneth Paltrow leads the cast of Emma. As is regularly the case with a Jane Austen story, the movie is a blend of social satire and thwarted romance. Paltrow's the title character, Emma Woodhouse, wealthy young woman whose favorite pastime is playing matchmaker for her friends and family. Her results are often disastrous because, although she means well, she's a bit of a snob and rather clueless about her limited worldview. I chose the word clueless deliberately. That's because Emma is one of the many Jane Austen stories that has been revamped for a modern audience, most successfully as the now classic 90s comedy Clueless, written and directed by Amy Heckerling, starring Alicia Silverstone, Stacey Dash, Brittany Murphy, Donald Faison, and Paul Rudd. Clueless came to theaters the year before the movie we have for you now. This straight adaptation is from Miramax in 1996, and it includes a killer supporting cast: Jeremy Northam, Alan Cumming, Greta Scacchi, and Toni Collette, with an Oscar-winning score by Rachel Portman. This is Emma. That was Phyllida Law and Sophie Thompson as the scattered mother and daughter, Mrs. Bates and Miss Bates, in Emma. Miss Bates is who Emma so carelessly mocked at the picnic. Law and Thompson are mother and daughter in real life. They are also the mother and sister, respectively, of Emma Thompson, who wrote another Jane Austen adaptation, the brilliant Oscar-winning 1995 version of Sense and Sensibility. Emma was the 4th and final Jane Austen novel published during Austen's lifetime, printed in 1815. Austen died in 1817 at just 41 years old. Her last 2 books were published posthumously, Persuasion and Northanger Abbey, not long after she died. We'll have a BAFTA-winning BBC adaptation of Persuasion later tonight. As I mentioned before the movie, one of the best-known and most quoted adaptations of Emma is the 1995 Amy Heckerling comedy Clueless. Just as with nearly all of Austen's books, there have been several other versions. The same year Gwyneth Paltrow led the way in the film you just saw in 1996, Kate Beckinsale starred as Emma in a TV version that won 2 Emmys. There was also a Bollywood revamp in 2010 called Aisha, starring Sonam Kapoor, and Anya Taylor-Joy starred in a 2020 remake directed by Autumn de Wilde. Coming up, that Oscar-winning Jane Austen film written by Emma Thompson I was just telling you about. She stars in it, too, along with actors named Kate Winslet, Hugh Grant, and Alan Rickman. Sense and Sensibility is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Sense and Sensibility, then Persuasion, and later Pride and Prejudice. Live and learn with Jane Austen tonight.